Tune in next Tuesday night, November 11th. Tim Duncan and the
11
San
de
Antonio
noviembre, Tim
Spurs
Duncan
hit the road to battle it out with the Golden State Warriors.
Los Golden State Warriors de Stephen Curry. Acá seguimos en el segundo cuarto.
Just a moment. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Cleveland?
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here. All on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And they're also showing some muscle here in the first half, finding a lot of points in the paint area.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. We've got Thompson. Mike Miller is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. Then there's Haywood, and it's Marion in at the 3 spot. Thompson misses. Utah shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Novak, that's for 2. Now the feed to Cantor. And fouled hard that time. Get to the line and shoot 2.
And it's Cantor was the 3rd overall pick back in 2011, drafted out of Kentucky, where he actually never played a game there due to ineligibility. But it's a bit of a gamble because of that. Not sure he's completely delivered on those lofty expectations yet.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Utah.
Brooks
comes in for Hood. And for Cantor last season, Clark, a big uptick in minutes, but his productivity actually regressed somewhat.
Well, Kevin, the shooting percentages went down, as did his blocks and steals. But remember now, he's only 22 years old, and it's not always a straight line of progression. There are occasional detours before you bounce back up to that next plateau.
Here's Dellavedova. After Alec Burks' score, out to Miller. Dishes it to Dellavedova. On the wing,
Marion.
And it's good, assisting on the play with Dellavedova. Marion's got his second bucket of the night.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3-ball. They're finding holes in this defense.
It should be easy to correct, though, if you start making the right rotations defensively.
Haywood with the block.
Se viene Meria.
It's Marion with the drive.
John Marion. Vaya.
And Thompson kicks to Haywood.
Haywood.
There's the dish to Miller.
Miller.
Thompson in the posts. He's against Cantor. Here's
Miller.
Falla. No good, a bit short.
Looked like an easy 2 points right there.
You know he's kicking himself for that miss.
Burks' shot is good.
Great job of attacking the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
Here's Dellavedova. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
Haywood.
Reverse layup. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
See how he used the rim to protect the ball perfectly from the defender on that reverse.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And I think the sort of issues they had on defense, in part at least, was a bigger factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was on the road. You have to be sharper when you go out and play as a visitor.
Yeah, everything has to be tight. You can't be loose in any aspect of your game. You're fighting against the crowd and the opponent. You've got to be tougher, mentally and physically, if you're going to win on the road.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Haywood. James comes in for Tristan Thompson. Dion Waiters checked in for Miller. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Matthew Dellavedova.
LeBron James.
The on the assist by Marion.
Sí, señor.
4
puntos, 2 asistencias.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
Now, here's Burke. He's covered by Irving. Here's Burks. Here's Cantor.
Rebote, Utah.
Cantor's got 4 this quarter. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And Doris Burke
Irving
from the sideline.
Yeah.
Well, guys, Kyrie Irving, the #1 pick overall back in 2011, a player who promised himself he'd play in the NBA when he was just in the 4th grade. He said that came from his father. Confidence, confidence, confidence. That's all my dad preached. He'd always tell me, Kyrie, you could be this, you could be that. My dad had more belief in me than I had in myself. Gentlemen.
You know, it helps having people boosting you up, Doris. Thanks.
That is a tough layup with a guy right on him. Good defense, but better offense. The Jazz weren't good at home last year, but they certainly weren't the worst. The grit of the franchise still showed up last season when they played in this building.
Now here's Marion. He has 5. Cleveland moving it around. Shot clock at 5.
LeBron James.
That's good. And that's now 6 points for
Los
LeBron.
puntos.
He didn't get off to much of a start early on, but he seems to have shaken off the rust here in the quarter.
You know, this building can really energize this team with its noise. Jazz only got 16 home wins last year, but you wouldn't know it by how loud it was at times.
Well, there is a very real us against them mentality that the Jazz have, and I think, Steve, it stems from their fans.
I would agree with that, and it's why over the past few decades the Jazz have been so good at home as a franchise. Well, the Utah Jazz enjoy what has long been considered one of the best home court advantages in the NBA here at Energy Solutions Arena. You combine the altitude with these rowdy fans, tough place to get a road win.
Love's checked in for Cleveland. Irving dishes to Waiters. Pass to Varejao.
Oh,
trying
for
it.
Lo recupera. Waiters, triple.
Getting another bucket right there. 1:32 left now here in the second. Well, you talk about this crowd here in Salt Lake City, the construction, the physical.
Solo, entró solo.
Really puts the crowd right on top of the edge.
And that really does have an effect, Kevin. Players and refs feel the fans as much as they hear them there.
Here's Irving after Enes Kanter's basket. Irving kicks to Love.
Kevin Love.
And Kanter pulls it down. Here's
Irving.
And misses it off the right side of the rim. Jazz trailed by 5.
LeBron.
55 seconds left in the first half of the game. And there's the pass to Hood. Takes it from 10. Can't hit. And Cleveland comes the other way.
Se viene Irving.
Denver after this game as they apply their skills at the Pepsi Center.
Irving. Falta personal.
4-game road trip.
A lot of attention on the Nuggets. You know, that Denver game really is interesting to watch.
Kyrie Irving, clearly a player who's dreamed of greatness from a very young age. Going back to the 4th grade, he wrote, "I'm going to the NBA," and he wrote it across the back wall of his closet. And while it was hidden behind his clothes, it certainly wasn't far from his head or his heart.
And Irving still wanted to write down goals. He used to write them in a notebook. He still keys. Now he'll write them down in his phone. All part of setting his sights high and dreaming big.
The Jazz making a switch here. Evans is checked in. And for Irving, just like those words in the back of his closet stayed hidden, his great talent stayed hidden for a long time as well.
Yeah, it didn't really dominate until his senior year of high school, Kevin. Only 11 games he played at Duke. Might seem he was an overnight sensation in the NBA, but in truth, he spent a lifetime laying the foundation for his game.
Paso para atrás.
Can't get it to go. Irving drives in. James.
LeBron James, doble falta.
He's fouled and it's a chance for a 3-point.
Aguanta LeBron James.
Terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the hip.
That's how you do it, the bump and the bucket.
Excelente, extraordinario.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
LeBron James.
Free throw good, LeBron. Now Exum with 1 on the clock, and the layup is good. Exum's got his first bucket of the night.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Cleveland ahead. They lead by 8. And now we'll
seguimos.
Doris Burke, who's
Vamos al descanso ganando. 35-27 ahí de entrevista a LeBron James.
LeBron, how were you guys able to make that first half look so easy?
No, it's not easy at all. We're just flying around helping each other defensively, and we're able to get stops and we're able to execute offensively.
A disruptive defense, always dangerous. LeBron, thank you. Kevin?
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Este es el informe de descanso por sprint. 60 tiros de campo. El porcentaje. 12 asistencias, 14 rebotes, 3 tapones. Kyrie Irving, 13 puntos. Este rebote para Kevin Love. Y 5 asistencias también para Kyrie Irving. Tiene una jugada de partida. Sobre Spain.
The second half just about to